planned to deliver 3 avionic kits for the company's 3 737-500 planes. The situation, Mr. Turnquest told the Tribune, is expected to be rectified by January 31st, with the service of a new supplier putting an end to the FAA grounding the aircraft. 3 mariners were rescued 6 miles off of Andros on Thursday when their 62-foot tugboat, the Gulf Man, began taking on water. The survivors were Noel Maycock, 66, Seth Daughtery, 32, and James Orr, 51. Coast Guard 7th District watchstanders received an emergency position indicating radio beacon alert for the tugboat at about 6:20 p.m. on Thursday and directed the launch of a helicopter crew. A Coast Guard Air Station Clearwater MH-60 Jayhawk helicopter crew arrived on scene, reported that the tugboat was taking on water, hoisted all 3 crew members, and transported them to Nassau, with no reported injuries, the Coast Guard has said. Meanwhile, on the local beat, 2 American men ages 51 and 21 were taken into police custody yesterday after they failed to declare a large sum of U.S. currency. According to reports, shortly after 7 a.m., the men went to U.S. Border Control officers at the Lynden Pindling International Airport and failed to declare the true amount of currency in their possession. Those officers conducted a search of the mails and recovered $27,801 in cash. They were subsequently taken into custody and handed over to the police. They are expected to be formally charged before the magistrate's court this week. Meanwhile, police are also investigating an overnight shooting incident that has left 1 man in hospital. Shortly after 7 p.m., police said a man was standing in front of a bar on Rupert Dean Lane when a white car pulled up and its occupants opened fire in his direction. He was shot about the body and taken to hospital. Police said he is listed in stable condition. Investigations are ongoing. Your complete news and information source, this is the Tribune News Network. In international news, popular anger swelled today in Iran over the accidental shooting down of a Ukrainian jetliner and the government's attempt to conceal its role in the tragedy, as online videos appear to show security forces firing live ammunition and tear gas to disperse protests in the streets. Iranians, already suffering under crippling U.S. sanctions, expressed shock and outrage over the plane crash that killed scores of young people. They also decried the misleading statements from top officials, who only admitted responsibility 3 days later in the face of mounting evidence. Red-hot lava spewed from a volcano near the Philippine capital of Manila today, as tens of thousands of people fled through heavy ash and frightening tremors, and authorities made plans to evacuate hundreds of thousands more for fear of a bigger eruption. Clouds of ash from the Taal volcano reached Manila 65 kilometers to the north on Sunday, forcing the shutdown of the country's main airport, with more than 500 flights canceled. The airport partially reopened Monday after the ashfall eased. There were no immediate reports of any deaths or major damage directly blamed on the eruption. The Tribune's AccuWeather update, a service of Bahamas Power